All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We have breaking news today. But first, before we go anywhere, I want to bring on the most special guest that I have ever had in the studio with me today. My brother from another mother who is fighting to recover. This is Titanic Steiner, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Titanic Steiner. Loving the headgear. How you feeling this morning, brother?
Pretty good.
I'll try not to yell into the microphone too much today, as I know I don't want to
It's okay.
startle
I got to turn you up a little bit on my side because I can't hear you. So
I think this is the only time I've ever done a podcast without a hat on.
I think this might be my first podcast with a Rick Steiner look going on here.
I know, right? Like we're doing a lot of firsts today. Like I just got through in the garage. We just put the we put the mother-in-law stuff out of the way, and we're getting the gym ready to go. I got really motivated last night. Something hit me yesterday afternoon that just really set me into a mood, and I decided that it was time to find it in my soul to, come back, start working out, to bust my ass. And so anyway, breaking news.
A good friend of ours just lost, so now he's going to have to be Van Vicious assistant. I don't know how long.
That's not good.
Yeah, poor Derek.
Yeah, well,
couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Right, exactly. And don't forget Sunday's Fuck Derek King Day.
I think that's every Sunday, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Every Sunday.
Didn't we come up with that like 2 years ago?
We did. Yes. Derek used to call it Vodka Sunday, and we decided to call it Fuck Derek King Day. And it was the greatest thing we've ever done.
Don't get us wrong. We love Derek, and we're good friends with Derek. And if Derek ever heard it, he'd probably
get a kick out.
Probably say fuck us too.
Right, and he'd probably go get a fucking shirt made. But man, let me tell you, breaking news: we just found out yesterday that Vince McMahon, at 77 years old, retired from WWE. Now, I was debating on breaking this news last night, but I wanted to wait. I wanted to try to be able to do that with you. I know every other media outlet out there has already, probably picked this apart, and
I know Dutch has,
and really dove into it. But my thing is, I really wanted to do it with you because, man, we grew up watching the Vince McMahon product. 77 years old, he's retired.
77, he finally retired. And look, all this shit that's coming up, and some people say that they're surprised it had come up 10 years ago. Well,
right.
I'm just going to go ahead and say this, and it may hurt people's feelings, and it may not. I don't think he retired because of what's going on right now.
No.
Because to be honest, he did nothing illegal.
No.
The only thing difference is we don't have $3 million to get the other woman to shut the fuck up.
Amen.
We can't afford to tell her to be quiet. So
we can't afford to pay for the NDA.
Right. And yeah, so and there's been some people on that I know that we know personally, and they was like, yeah, he probably did because he in trouble. Look, he didn't do nothing wrong.
No,
he did morally. I mean, between him and his wife, yeah. But you know what? If they're split up, let him do what the fuck he wants.
I mean,
let me tell you something. If I was a billionaire, don't think I wouldn't.
No shit. I mean, look at Bill Clinton. He was always cheating on Hillary, right?
Yeah, he did that in the White House.
Do what?
Even in the White House. So
right. Even he didn't vote for his wife.
So.
But no, I mean, it is kind of sad. I've seen a lot of people that are really excited that he's gone. And to me, I'm excited that we now have the chance to see Triple H back in a little bit more control, because I know Stephanie's going to let Hunter help. And I think that
Bruce is over. I know Bruce Pritchard's been moved to head of creative.
Right. And Triple H is now head of talent relations.
Right. And EVP. And what I feel like what's going to happen is they're going to keep a little bit of the old.
Yeah.
Kind of like how NXT was. So it's an exciting time. We may get something different. Pat McAfee coming out there calling Corbin a bitch. I mean, we're not going to get like we talked before.
Yeah,
we ain't going to get blood, but I think we're going to get a lot better. I feel like we're going to get a pretty good show. And now I read this morning, AEW stars are actually looking at going back to WWE.
Yep. Now that
or going to WWE for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be a big change. And big-headed Tony Khan, look, you got something I can't do. I don't have a big broadcasting company, and I would love to, but
right.
I don't have a millionaire daddy. My daddy's gone. My mama sure ain't got no millions of dollars.
Right.
So
that's the thing.
And then he goes to come around and say that he's the longest tenured CEO right now in wrestling.
Yeah.
Well, I'm proud of you, buddy. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, good job, buddy.
I hope you got enough money coming out of tonight's show to go above, to be the positive out of all these people that you signed to wrestle tonight.
No shit.
For Ring of Honor, and you ain't even put Samoa Joe on TV.
And they just keep adding shit to it. Have you noticed they've added more matches?
And who gives a flying shit?
Right, like they've added more matches. They've got
You ain't even put Brian Cage on there.
Yeah, he's in a 6-man.
Oh, did he? Because I didn't see his big ass head somewhere.
Yeah, he's in Tully Blanchard Enterprises. He's in a 6-man tonight.
So that means they got 2 6-man tags. That's 12 motherfuckers.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they've got they got 2 6-mans. They've added another singles match. They've really, I thought it was just going to be like all the title matches. And you've already got the Briscoes and FTR doing best 2 out of 3 falls. That right there could probably go an hour alone.
Please God, let's don't.
Right, I'm right there with you. But still,
this show starts at 7?
Yeah, 6 or 7, one of the two.
And it's going to end probably 3 or 4?
That's what I'm afraid of.
Now, are some of these that they just added on? Is that supposed to be like at the buy-in?
No. They've got one. They have one. It's at the 0 hour or whatever it's called, which is the buy-in. But that's a woman's match. I think it's Willow or Marty Bell. I don't know what her name is. I'd have to look.
Are you talking about that goofy woman that wrestled the other night?
Yeah, that one. Let me pull up my notes. I took some notes. Sorry, I've got.
Yeah, I ain't been taking no notes.
Well, I wanted to cover it. I thought about covering it later tonight, but I don't feel like
I didn't realize. But I've been telling everybody I got to go get my stitches out Wednesday, and it's supposed to be Tuesday. So
there you go.
Well, the stitches are on my eye.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot your eye is.
They cut the thing that was on my eye off, right. And it took about 3 or 4 stitches. I got to go get those pulled out.
Okay. Here, Death Before Dishonor. All right, so the pre-show. Here we go.
I'm hearing that, but before we go into that, but I'm hearing that Vince's health is declining, and that's why he got out.
Yes, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't want to I don't want to be the first one to put this out there, but I really think he may have early stage Alzheimer's.
Well, I just want to say this, and this is personal. This is for me being personal. This is Carl Warren saying it. I thank you for giving me one more Austin McMahon memory from when I was a kid at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I'm sure you'll get put in the WWE Hall of Fame next year, and you ain't going to give two shits about it.
Right.
And I ain't going to even tell you how I acted last night in a house full of sleeping people when Brock Lesnar came back on TV.
Yeah, because the rumor was he had left. He wasn't going to be there since Vince walked out. But I'm sure
he walked
Vince
out at 5 o'clock. He walked out around 5 or 6 o'clock.
Talked to him and told him to stay.
I think he's going to live up to it. Thank God he came back because we were talking about getting Goldberg.
Yeah.
Not that I have anything against Goldberg, but
I don't want to see Goldberg again.
I want to see Brock. I want to see Brock and Roman.
Yeah.
Beat the dog shit out of each other, and that's going to be fucking awesome.
It damn sure be a better match than Roman and Goldberg.
Because Goldberg can't go that long.
No, Goldberg's match would be a 15-minute squash. Goldberg come out there and try to hit a few of his spots, and then Roman would just beat the dog shit out of him.
No, I mean, if you really wanted to impress me, you could have brought the Undertaker back, but
yeah, there's that, but I don't see that.
But he needs about 6 months to get back in shape. So
hey, I feel you. I feel him on that.
But to be honest, I will tell you what I really want. And I sent you the picture the other day. I want to see Pat McAfee go for Roman.
Yeah.
I think Pat and Roman could have a good one.
Pat would have to use his speed and
his agility.
I mean, he would have to just stay out of the fucking way and bounce off shit, hitting him with everything he's got. But I think it'd be an entertaining fucking match.
Oh, I think it would. I think it'd be fucking awesome.
I don't see him putting Pat McAfee over him, but I could damn sure see Pat McAfee going out there and having a 5-star match with him.
If it was a screw job, they could do it, and it'd be a screw job finish, but it'd have to be like the Usos accidentally did this or something, and they took out Roman, and that would be awesome. I mean,
yeah, I agree. I mean, Pat McAfee's.
But I love Pat McAfee.
I watched SmackDown for the first time last night in 2-3 years, maybe. I haven't watched SmackDown in a long time. And the only
last night was the first full episode I watched.
Yeah, same here. I just wanted to see what Stephanie had to say, and I wanted to see if Brock lived up to his end of the deal because I kept hearing stories that he was there. I kept hearing stories that he had left, that he had flew home to his ranch. And so I was like, I'm going to kind of stick with it and just see what happens, see where it goes. And I was really moved by Stephanie's speech. After she dropped the microphone, she looked in the camera. I love you, Daddy. It's got to be hard for her because her daddy, he built this business. I mean, a lot of people, and I don't want to get into a long spiel about the territories and the old days. We can do that on a different episode. But if you think about it, Vince does have a lot of heat from back in the day because he really did go out there and he gave us nationally, global wrestling where back in the day, you couldn't get matches unless they were the ones in your territory, like where you live. Like we would get Memphis.
They transcended this business.
Right.
And I don't care. I mean, yeah. I mean, eventually everything was going to go out anyway. I mean, Memphis was drawing 1,100 people at the Coliseum. You pay $10,000 to rent out the Coliseum, you're going to make about $15,000, and I know you're going to pay your guys more. So,
right.
I mean, you got to pay them guys, but look, it happened. He did what he felt like he needed to do. He did it. Can't nobody else do it like he did it.
No.
And the ones that are jealous are the ones that didn't get an opportunity, or you just ain't good enough and you suck.
Amen.
And I've come to agree to my terms that I just sucked. And I have a lot of friends that have received paychecks from WWE, and I've always been proud of them. Anytime you see your friend on TV, man, it's good to see.
Great. But it just, excuse me. But yeah, it just, it's a somber situation for some of us, and it's a exciting situation. There's so many mixed emotions in it, but I mean, nobody can duplicate it. I mean, it's often been imitated, but it'll never be duplicated. No. Jeff Jarrett tried.
I mean, nobody's going to be able to do it, and I'll even say this: Hunter and Stephanie wouldn't be able to do it.
No,
Nick Khan wouldn't be able to do it.
No,
I think if they're going to give a new, fresh, it'll be something fresh.
Yeah, but it won't.
But they wouldn't be able to do what Vince did.
No, hell no.
You ain't going to find. You're not going to find. Vince is a different animal. Yeah. You're not going to find anybody that sleeps, eats, sleeps, and breathes that building. The business, man. He did it. I mean, it was his money, and then he went public.
And that's the thing.
It's unbelievable.
A lot of people are like, your daddy gave you the company. No, his daddy didn't give him the company. He bought the company.
He paid $1 down
in the fucking business
and paid it off in a year.
Yeah.
And
took over
went all in on first WrestleMania.
Vince McMahon's
38 WrestleManias later, this motherfucker is out wrestling.
Yep.
Pat McAfee.
He's a fucking beast, I'm telling you.
And you've seen how the crowd reacted.
Oh, yeah. They loved it.
And you've seen how the crowd reacted when Steve Austin came out there.
Yes, sir.
How many more of those? I mean, you're not going to see that no more.
No, Vince
That's truly the end. It is truly an end of an era.
And here's the thing, and a lot of people are like, he's still over creative. No. He retired 100%.
So he's done.
Retired.
I hope
he's out.
I wish the best for Stephanie. I wish the best for Triple H. I wish the best for Nick Khan. I know he's a part of it. I don't even know who the fuck Nick Khan is. But
I don't either. Like I've never even heard of the guy other than knowing the fact that he's the acting CEO or some shit. But now him and Stephanie are co-CEOs. Triple H is vice president of talent. Bruce Pritchard is over creative. John Laurinaitis has been fired. Stephanie came in, cleaned house, put her husband in charge, which is great. I agree with that.
I think this group of people is, well, actually, I mean, to be honest, this group of people, this group of talent, they were used to working for Hunter,
right,
at NXT,
right.
And I mean, like I said, we talked about it last night. The only one that ain't has been Brock, because Brock has been dealing with Vince. Vince been dealing with certain people, and they're all your big stars: Brock, Steve, Brock, Goldberg, Hogan, all them big names. Do we get to see any of those anymore?
We'll see. Only time will tell.
I'm sure John Cena. Oh
yeah.
And I'm sure John Cena will come back and he'll work for Triple H and him because he respects Triple H. I'm sure he respects Stephanie. I mean, he smacked her on the ass.
Right. I mean, what the fuck? Who wouldn't? But I'm pretty sure that we'll get a lot of talent. And and here's my thing. You said, and we'll talk about Ring of Honor here in a minute, but you said something about AEW stars wanting to go back to WWE now. And really that is kind of a thing that could we see a lot of people. Could this turn into a situation where we get an open door between WWE and AEW? Could we get a fucking another, NWO DX era where people are leaving?
Door.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happens? I mean, people start leaving AEW and Impact and shit, going back to WWE because now there's a new sheriff in town. I mean, what happens? There's so much that could go on that we just
apparently Xavier Woods said something about New Japan and Ring of Honor. He's like, you can tell things are changing because if Vince was in charge, that would never happen.
Huh.
They would have never been brought up.
Well, and here's my thing, because I just thought about something. You realize that next Saturday night is SummerSlam. Jeff Jarrett's refereeing their main event.
Mm-hmm.
And then the very next night at Ric Flair's last match.
Their tag match.
But still, either way, he's refereeing on their big show in Nashville.
Yeah.
And then he's turning around and he's teaming up with Jay Lethal, who's under contract with AEW Ring of Honor,
mm-hmm.
to take on Ric Flair and an Andre Alidolo, who's AEW. On Ric Flair's last match. So
Flair got back in good cahoots with WWE.
Right, but is my question is this a precursor to what is to come of what they will allow? Or did they just allow Jeff to do it because Jeff is an office personnel and he can still take wrestling bookings outside since he's not technically?
Well, I don't think he's actually taking wrestling bookings.
I don't think so either. Like, this is the weirdest thing ever. Like,
I think Rick went to bat to try to get him.
I do too. I agree 110%. I think Rick had some pull in that.
And, I've been watching this whole thing that they've been posting on YouTube. When you watch the press conference, if you paid attention to the press conference, you would have noticed they were building up the match.
Yeah.
Because Flair said that Jay was pissed off at him.
Yeah.
And he said, here's 2 tickets for you and your daddy.
Yeah.
It was built. They built it up, and we didn't even fucking see it.
Right. It didn't click in my mind. I was sitting there watching it, and it didn't click until I went back and watched the docuseries, and I was like, "Fuck!" They were building it up right in front of us. They were telling the story right there, and I get it, and it makes a lot of sense because if you think about it, there is some heat between Jeff and Flair from the Four Horsemen because it was Jared a horseman,
right? No. And then
I
like how Flair says, "I've got somebody, and he's family, my son-in-law, and he's a bad motherfucker."
Right? Oh, and he's my son-in-law.
And I think Andrade could be a bad motherfucker, though.
I do. I think it's going to be a good match. But, it just – I'm excited for it. I'm ready. Got it ready to go. And looking forward to that whole weekend, man. My wife has surgery coming up, and then we'll be home for that. But it just going to be an interesting situation. So here's the deal. Here's what we've got. For the pre-show, tonight for the pre-show, they have the Truth Busters versus the Shinobi Shadow Squad. Have no fucking earthly idea.
Did you say Scooby-Doo?
Something like that, yes.
Oh.
Colt Cabana versus Anthony Henry.
I know who Colt Cabana is.
Right. Brian Cage and the Gates of Agony, which is Tully Blanchard Enterprises, versus Alex Zane, Tony Deepin, and Blake Christian, all 3 from GCW, which is pretty cool to me. I'm glad they're getting a chance.
Didn't Blake wrestle in the last show?
I think so. I think he wrestled on the last Ring of Honor show. And then also next weekend, next Friday, or this coming up Friday night on the 29th, he has his title shot at the GCW World Title against John Moxley. Also on the pre-show, we have Willow Nightingale. That's the girl that was on. AEW Dynamite. So I'm in the middle of a podcast. You're gonna have to wait. And then Allison Kay. They're in the pre-show. And then here they've added Rush versus Dragon Lee to the main show. They're going
Who's
to
that?
defend. Do what?
Is Rush that guy that teams with Andrade?
Yes. I didn't even think about that. Ring of Honor World 6-Man Tag Team Championships. Vincent.
It's the first time I've
Bateman.
heard about those.
I know, right? Like, where the fuck have these come from? But you got Vincent, Bateman, and Dutch versus Dalton Castle and the Boys, which is his little foot servants. Then you got the Ring of Honor Pure Championship, which I think will be probably a very good match. You got Wheeler Yuta taking on Daniel Garcia. I think that right there might for singles match, it'll be match of the night. But for tag team match, you got the world tag team titles, FTR versus the Briscoes in 2 out of 3 falls. I think that'll be match of the night overall. You know what I mean? I may be wrong. But Ring of Honor World Television Championship, Samoa Joe versus Jay Lethal. Ring of Honor World Women's Championship, Serena Deeb versus Mercedes Martinez. We talked about the tag match, best 2 out of 3 falls. And then the ROH World Championship, Jonathan Gresham versus Claudio Castagnoli.
Noli.
Whatever the fuck his name is. Fucking Cesaro. Okay, Taz?
I figure Claudio will win. I figure Jay will win because I don't know what the fuck wrong with Joe because Joe ain't been on TV.
I don't either. That's what I was wondering. Joe has been very absent, very like just gone. Like I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like Joe I don't know if he sustained an injury. He's just taking time off. But yeah, he's been out.
It only seems like there's like 2 or 3 matches I even care to watch.
Right.
And what's it going to be on Fight?
No, it's going to be on BNR Live.
Oh.
As a matter of fact, I've got to call my mother back because I think she was calling me a while ago. She was trying to pay for it so she could watch it at her house. She was like, I want to watch it tonight. And I was like, okay, well, buy it and let me know how it goes. I mean, I figure if she pays for it, I'll watch it, but I ain't paying for it.
I'll need that.
I definitely.
I'll need that sign-in information.
Don't worry. I got you, bro. I got you. I'll send it to you. She's probably using mine. Knowing my mother, she's using mine anyway. But no, I mean, I guess that's it. I don't want to keep you too long because I know you're recovering.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm after I get done doing this, I'm sliding my Skechers on and me and Mom's gonna get out. I'm gonna go buy a bunch of shit that I don't need.
Hey, there you go. Send me some fucking money while you're at it.
Look, it's bad enough I had one thing try to take extra money from me, so I had to call him. I said, look, I called you last Friday and y'all were supposed to send me my money. I said, I ain't got it yet. Yeah, they canceled it. They didn't send you the money back. Well, no shit, I didn't got it back. I said, I would have called you a lot sooner, but I had fucking surgery.
Look, it's all right because I was on the bank 2 days ago. I was on the bank. My wife said, why does the bank account look like this? I'm looking at every transaction, and we got doubles of everything. And I'm like, oh, fuck no. So I start calling the bank. Look, you need to fix your fucking computer because you're charging me double for every fucking thing. And the lady said, what are you talking about? And I give her the account number, and she goes, oh, my God. I said, yeah. Give me my fucking money back.
Look, it may be $18.99 to you, but by God, it's fucking $20 for me.
To me. I ain't got $3 million for hush money.
I don't either, and I gotta
hush money. Where's Mike Anthony?
My mom would be helping me out, so I need to, kind of hook her with some sodas every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my mama needs that Diet Coke every once in a while.
No, I know that feeling. I got to go get some Schizo later.
Tomorrow's my sister's birthday. She's going to be 145 years old.
145.
Okay, maybe 146. I ain't for sure.
We'll just say 150.
Okay. 150 years old.
That way we get it in there.
And then my niece, her birthday's Wednesday.
Jeez. Ashton's birthday's coming up in August. BG just had his. Other than that, we're done until September for Valerie's birthday.
If my grandpa was still alive, his birthday, he was 84 when he passed. That was in 07. No, that was 11. Grandma died in 07. That was 11. That's 11 years ago. He would be 95 next Saturday.
Hey, this was just released. AEW World Championship Unification Match, Sunday, September 4th, live on pay-per-view at All Out, CM Punk versus John Moxley.
I figured that would happen.
I did too, but
Punk's going to be able to come back in time to make it back to another Chicago show.
Oh yeah, of course, he's got to be there to Chicago show.
Because why put the title on him? He don't need it.
No, he's over without it. Maybe they'll put it. Maybe they'll give it. I know Moxley's not going to win. Punk's going to win, so he can carry it on and get his run in there. But it just. It don't sound fair to me. I'm I don't know. I don't think Tony Khan is thinking. I don't think anybody's thinking really when it comes to certain things. But yeah, CM Punk doesn't need the belt. Let's let somebody else have a shot. I think that belt, honestly, let's give it to Lance Archer. Let's give it to Wardlow. Let's give it to fucking MJF. There's a number of talent that deserves that belt, and in my opinion, you need a heel on top. So
yeah, let's put MJF back on TV.
Yeah, because he was the most entertaining thing going. He was getting them some fucking great ratings. People loved him. He was believable. He was, man, I could buy into him any day of the week.
Speaking of entertaining, you know what we ought to do?
What?
We ought to tell everybody they ought to go back to last week's show and watch it.
Which part?
Saturday and Sunday.
There you go. Yeah, send everybody back to the Super Show Saturday and Sunday. I got kids.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, the Super Show was really good. And speaking of which, if you want to get on the Super Show, this is our Twitter information at Divine Dynasty 22 and at With Deck. That's one way to contact us. Of course, you can contact us here at our YouTube channels. You can also contact us on our personal Facebook pages. We have TikTok now. So if you want to contact us at TikTok, mine is the at Divine Dynasty 33. His, of course, is at Carl Warren 531. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. I've been out in the heat this morning working in the gym.
And I don't understand how that came up. I don't know.
What?
Carl Warren at 531.
You don't know how that came up?
Yeah, when I set it up, I don't know. It just made it up.
Of course, I've put my email address out there. There's that. If you want to get on another Super Show, we'll probably try to do one of those every other month or so, just to get a bunch of people together to have a good time. But you could email us.
You might have to do it on one day and just do it one day.
Yes, and get it over with. Also, if you want to book us to appear at your show, to announce, to do color commentary, to come in and film, to do questions and answers, to do interviews with any of your wrestlers, or if you're the promoter and you want to get an interview out here, we'll gladly do it. We'd love to help promote your shows anywhere we can. But you have our information on how to get in touch with us. Dude, I'm going to roll. Wife's on her way home. I just got the garage.
Before we get off, Bluff City Wrestling, yes. August 6th in Memphis, Tennessee. They got another show coming on. Commissioner is now Sweet Lou Winston.
Okay.
From back in the 80s in Memphis Wrestling. Also, Bill Dundee's involved.
Uh-oh.
And August 6th, I don't have the address on me. They're supposed to have, that'll be
Wrestle Brawl.
They'll be their, yes. And it'll be their first, it'll be the crowning of their Bluff City champion.
Hold on, and I'll get that address for everybody. It is Morning Star Church at 3161 Park Avenue, Memphis, Tennessee. Wrestle Brawl 2022. 2022 Wrestle Brawl 2022, August 6th, Morningstar Church. Going to be a good show there. Well, we got to get the dates and stuff together for the next few APW shows as well. Thursday, remember everyone, we will not have the show Thursday. We might do one earlier in the week if Titanic is available. But Thursday, I hope everybody will send their thoughts and prayers our way, as I will be in the hospital with my wife, who is having her surgery. And
tell Val I'll be praying for her. And she was there for me. You know, she sent me some positive words when I went in, and I want to do the same for hers. And you know,
we're family.
I'm just up the road a couple of miles.
Couple of hundred.
Yeah.
But I think I'm more nervous than she is. She's excited.
Well, I think look, when it happens, she's gonna hate it.
Oh yeah.
Because then all of a sudden, this is the way I looked at it. And you know, these first couple of days after really kind of sucked.
Oh yeah.
Because I was sitting here and I'm like, I did all this stupid shit just to get this fucking thing off my eye. I said, I'm walking around looking like fucking Rick Steiner. And I'm like, I wished it was the biggest fucking regret I ever fucking did. Wasn't hearing too well in my ear anyway, but if this didn't help it none, then I'm going to be like, fuck.
Sorry, we'll get you some hearing aids.
I don't know. I think I'd rather just let everybody just talk shit about me and me not be able to hear it. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. No way.
I tried that with my boss one time, but I was like, I was sitting there and I started to talk about him one time, but this was my boss from a couple of years ago. And he turned around, he goes, "Hey, Carl." I said, "Yeah." He goes, "I can hear you. I put new batteries in my hearing aids." Like, damn. It's like, all right.
That's good shit. It happens. But brother, I really don't want to stress your ears too much. I'm gonna lightly play.
It's okay. I've only got you in one ear.
Okay, good. But still, I gotta go. It sounds like the kids are tearing the fucking house down.
It's actually the dogs, probably.
No, it's the kids. The dogs do not do that. They know better now. I beat them enough. I'm just kidding.
So that's bad when the dogs are younger than the kids and know better.
Actually, my oldest dog, he's 7. He turned 1 in May. And dog years, it's 7 years for every year. Yeah, so he's 7 years old now. So he's like my middle-aged child, but he's better behaved than the kids most of the time.
Hold on. You got 5 fucking kids. How do you go to call fucking middle-aged? Which one's going to fucking
because
middle-aged?
He's in the middle. He's in the middle of the group.
Hey, look, it's Chris Masters.
All right. Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Send your thoughts and prayers to Titanic so he can get some great healing in and be back to full health. And send your thoughts and prayers to my wife on Thursday as she goes under the knife.
Love you, Val.
I'll let her know. And she's been watching the show lately. So,
oh, shit. We got to watch what we saw.
No, fuck that. That just means I get to say more. Much love, my brother.
Hit some music.
Everybody out there. Good to see you. I'm glad you're feeling better. I hate to rush off, but I really got to go finish the garage.
I got to go buy some junk food, homie.
Dude, I need some, but now I've got to start getting the healthy shit because I just got the garage cooler.
Have fun.
Yeah, here we go. Love y'all. Y'all share the passion of pro wrestling. Check out Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor tonight. Bam! We're out of here.